just can't believe it's alright. 6 days on the road, gonna make it home tonight. Whoa, well, ICC is checking on down tonight. I'm a little overweight, and my longboats are way behind. Well, last Sunday at night, I just got 6 days alright. 6 days on the road, and gonna make it home tonight. Alright, Bill, take us home. Everybody, Johnson. It's gonna get much sadder from here. Kind of fucks you up when you start with the saxophone solo, you know what I mean? It's all downhill. But we'll do what we can. This is a song about how much I used to love Dilaudid. At the liquor store through the hilltop. When you get to the bottoms, you don't stop. I used to have a job, used to have a home. Now I've got is a habit, looking for a callback payphone. Cocaine is slowly growing. some fake pills up at Confest. Now I'm on the run from this wild mess. Had to hide in a biker bar on the south end, praying that I never see her face again. Yeah, it's that cocaine coming through another day. It's that cocaine that drives my soul away. It's that cocaine make you feel like you're gonna die. It's that cocaine and I'm still alive. Oh yeah. Thank you.
You gotta work on your hood check. Like your hood check.
How many people have been in prison? No, just me? Okay. This is called Doing Time. This is about being locked up. Prison yard is never empty. vocal in the monitor? Yeah. Alright, this is a song about my parents. Alright, my dad's dead, so he's not gonna be mad about it, you know what I mean? I was the firstborn son when they were 17 and also the minor scandal in our small town. My grandparents said they couldn't be around. Dropped out of school, got married and moved away. Started a lifelong act of pretending not to care what people say. gotta tell you, they don't tell you in country music school that when you wear your big hat that it like wears you out because it's like so heavy. Just a note for the up and coming country music artists: wear your smallest cowboy hat. But you know what? I wouldn't feel right. You all deserve the biggest hat I have, and
Woo!
so that's what we got. Thanks for coming out to what turned out to be a mostly free show. Appreciate it. Oh yeah. Well, Bear's gonna play the acoustic.
Woo! Wow.
I went down with no plan. All I had was a gun in my hand. Don't see it coming. What desperation does to a man. Maybe you think you got away clean. Oh, that's sure the best they'd ever seen. Strutting like a young Jesse James. But it always ends with pain. Same in the end. Waking up with nothing to do but die. Waking up with nothing to do but lie. Waking up with nothing to do but lie. Hopefully not waking up at all. It's not like in the movies when the barrel's to your head. No witty action hero one-liners. Probably already dead. But if you seek forgiveness, pray to whatever God you can. For me, I ain't calling in no markers. Bullet or needle, it's the same in the end. Oh, it's the same in the end. Waking crying shame, alone in a shallow pauper's grave. Or maybe he got what he deserved. But some shit like justice has been served. But if you don't know what it's like to be dope sick and desperate on a cold winter night, you can call it suicide by cop. At least the pain it finally stopped. It always been Okay. Let's have a little fun. That was heavy. I wrote it. Oh boy. Here's a song written by someone half my age, but I'm going to say it anyway. Well, I quit drinking yesterday. That's Vincent the Officer. This is also a cover, but we've never done this one before, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah! So there's this band, you guys may have heard of this band. Where are they from? Liverpool? I think so. They're called the Beatles. They're not country, but... I was dreaming of the past. My heart was play this song called Ridgewood Queen. If I could split the... Sorry.
Do it. Make sure the flash is on.
I forgot. Yeah. Well, I got this rambling fever. My lines are making me a believer. If I could live life in the passing lane, I'll be driving south instead of driving you insane. Another Indiana street trout, another state troop. We'll start a Louisville over the bridge. Another late night casino, let me know. Tonight I won't be sleeping next to her. Another motel room, nothing inside but a Bible. Another busted eyes and shame. Another truck stop dinner left me feeling thinner. Love sick, feeling lost without her. But I got this rambling fever. White lines are making me a believer. If I could live life in the fast lane, I'll be driving to Nashville instead of driving her insane. Alright, Bear, play the blues. Was louder than the highway calling me. A half a pack of cigarettes, full tank of gas. Headed home to see my Ridgewood Queen and laugh. Headed home to see my Ridgewood Queen and laugh.
Yeah, what's it called? I'm not that good at dancing. Wow. You gotta lead off on.
Left out of Portland, runs all alone, turned down from nowhere, but he ended up here, hiding in the rehabs, church basements and back streets, nothing but a habit and a grifter's grin, leather jacket, empty packet, store-brand cigarettes, with the filters falling off. Sponsor, clean his act up, live his life one fucking day at a time. rocking his guitar solo ever about a song that about a guy that OD'd. You know what I mean? Kurt would have liked it. So I want to introduce the band really quick. On lead guitar we got Bear. On bass guitar we got Scott. On drums we got Big Rick DeRosa. You know him. I'm just cool. I thank the Windjammer and Footlight for having us. Did like a really fun interview for the Footlight Substack. A link on our page if you want to read my thoughts on the rise of country music in Ridgewood. Mansplain the hell out of that shit.
At least Kurt keeps it real.
So you know, about 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20. 2-0.
2-0? So this is a song about, so when I first got to prison, I didn't know anything about being in prison. I was pretty old, and I loved to play spades, and so I'm a really good card player. So I played spades, but so this is what not to do in prison. Don't be a sore winner. A card game and self-blocking started to go astray. And I showed up the man, the one they call Dirty Hands. Down Sullivan Avenue, his only choices were red or blue. The blood-soaked streets where his legend grew. Brady never turns his eyes on you. The game of choice was spades. I was in my bag. The politics of prison, well, I was pretty dumb. Didn't know I was staring down, saving the sun, saving the sun, saving the sun. Silence fell over the day room as you told me to lace up my boots and beat them on the back wall where this would be settled once and for all. Once and for all. I did win the card game. Actually, once we became partners, we never lost again. Small town, small dreams, but this good life ain't what it seems. Too much thinking, way too much drinking. No one's there to lend a hand when you're singing. It ain't hard to figure out what my fucked up life's all about. Maybe I've been down for so long. I'm living these rust-filled rooms. I've been minding consequence, but I ain't got nothing left to lose. Life's a short road and a bad joke. It's a haze of empty bottles and cigarette smoke. I'm tired of chipping, I'm tired of you bitching. So now I'm down here on my knees trying to kick again. This ain't hard to explain why my life is a world of pain. Baby, I've been down for so long. I've been living these rust-filled blues. I've been minding consequence, but I ain't got nothing left to lose. Go on, put on a dress and all the bad boys like, know your daddy ain't home, so ride with me tonight. Always wind up here in a puddle of tears. The boys are out and they're angry and they're looking for blood in the back of a blue old pickup truck. You got nowhere to go, although you're all gussied up. So much whiskey in his coke, it'll make her no sin. But she swears that his love is a damn godsend. She's known God since she was a child. She used to play in the yard and she was dreaming one day, just looking along and took a dreaming. Told her how to dress and act and smile. Then Oklahoma smoke show. She's an asshole from back home. She'll never make it out alive. That small town bar scene. The smell of ices kill your big dreams. Take you home, but he's too drunk to drive. Well, I've been here, I've been up all night, drinking all the life, you and I. But you'll never know, show the rich what it's supposed to show. But I've been here, I've been up all night, drinking all the life, you and I. But you'll never know, show the bushwick shit show. Go on and put on the dress that all the bad boys like. Know your daddy ain't home, so ride with me tonight. Always wind up here in a puddle of tears. The boys are out and they're angry and they're looking for blood in the back of a blue old pickup truck. You got nowhere to go, although you're all busted up. So some of you might know that him, and me also have a heavy metal band named Big Gun Arrow. So we can't get through a show without playing one rock one. This is called Buy Here, Pay Here. This is about a time I decided to buy all this rental furniture from Rent-A-Center and then not pay for it. And so they kept coming to try to get it, and they would knock on the door. So I put chicken wire up on the front porch so that they couldn't get to the door. So they just parked in front of my house and just glared up at the house, but it didn't really matter. It was like a zebra print Chase Lounge, if you must know. Anyway, this is a song about that. I had a patience or death. In this life of ours, it's all okay. No one here gets out alive. It's a three-headed monster, a junkie life, so you do anything to survive for one more night. We got one more. Girl, you taught me how to hurt real bad, cry myself to sleep. Show me how this shattered dream. Should we do one more?
Yeah.
Well, a few minutes over already.
What's that?
We're 2 minutes over already.
One more?
How long is it? A long song?
Yeah, this is it.
One more
Sure.
round.
This is our last one, I promise.
Okay.
Well, early in the morning when the sun goes riding, laying in the bed with bloodshot eyes.